Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of EdgeMasterGaming, where today I'm going to show you a pretty good strategy to gain prestige on the Citadelle Day More map. And to show you that I mean business, I'm going to the next level of prestige, starting over from level 1. With the strategy that I'm going to share with you, you don't need Ether Shroud, Gobblegums, or even any glitches. This is 100% legit, and the only thing that it costs you is time. But I guarantee that it'll be time well spent. But before we get started, if you do wind up enjoying this video, all that I ask is that you please give it a like and definitely consider subscribing. Also, you can check out my Discord link as well as others that support my channel in the description box down below. Alright guys, without further ado, let's get started. As always, let's start with the list of augments that I currently have equipped. On Melee Macchiato, you definitely want to have the Espresso and Stick and Move on. Faster melee attacks are imperative because we are going to be using the Lion Sword as part of this strategy. Next, for Speed Cola, you need to have the major augment supercharged on to ensure that you are able to build your field upgrade as quick as possible. For Vulturade, contrary to what I just mentioned regarding charging your field upgrade, I recommend Smell of Death and Picky Eater. There are times when you're going to be a little overwhelmed, and having the ability to be cloaked is definitely a plus. In addition, having a higher chance of equipment drops can really assist. And trust me, you'll see many examples of this during gameplay. For Elemental Pop, I'm running Imperial Peach and Vulnerabine. Now as you progress through the higher rounds, this is a no-brainer, but the chances of the zombies overpowering you goes up. So if they happen to hit you, this will trigger a random ammo mod that will help you out tremendously. And lastly, with the Energy Mine, I have the turret and extra charge active. These turrets are going to assist a great deal with the zombies, but especially on those vermin and parasite rounds. With that out of the way, one thing that I want to mention is to start the game with the GS45 if you have it. Of course, I won't be able to since I started over. Either way, let's go ahead and get into the strategy. To get set up, I'm going to go through the following steps assuming that you already know how to do the quests. So like if you don't know how to get the swords enchanted, you'll need to research that before going forward. So to start off, you'll need to go through gaining enough essence with your starting weapon until you're able to get the GS45 to your loadout. And that is of course if you don't already have it. From here, you're going to get all the artifacts to complete the quest for the lightning sword. By the way, I saw a video for a YouTuber by the name of CaspaZ who showed that if you get a tactical shock charge that you can use it on the electrical box here instead of the dead wire ammo mod.
Yeah, should have paid your TV license.
After getting the 2 lightning rods and the horseshoe, make your way to the oblet room, killing the Doppelgast, unlocking the Pack-a-Punch. You'll probably need to save for a bit though. This is because you want to pack the GS45 as soon as possible. After going through the dungeon and talking to Craft, you're going to go ahead and grab the Durandal sword. Get all the artifacts as well as the perks below to do everything required to get the sword's incantation. And for the last portion, all you need to do is get the Slayer sword enchanted and you're all set. For the strategy, you're going to make your way here to the top portion of the staircase adjacent to the courtyard. Here's where you're going to camp, getting all the experience that you'll need to level up. And I know what you're thinking, Edge, how can you do this when there's an opening behind you? Well, that's a good question, and believe it or not, this works just like the alley on Vermin rounds for Liberty Falls. No zombies will spawn behind you as long as you begin the round standing at the top of the stairs, or if you enter this area from the dungeon once the zombies begin spawning. Just watch while I demo this round. And that right there is the core of this strategy. By the way, you can actually go to the door of the courtyard without any zombies spawning there. Just don't go through the door and you'll be safe. So at this point, I'm going to share some tips for a few situations that you may encounter when camping here. If you ever encounter a ghast or an amalgam coming up the steps during the round, make sure that you use your Incantation Scroll. You'll be able to take them out extremely easy. Also, there is a chance that the zombies will overwhelm you a bit. If so, don't be shy, use the Incantation Scroll on them as well. One last tip about the scrolls: if you're ever out of them at the beginning of the round, you can pick some up at the doorway in the courtyard behind you. Round 25 and above, you may want to start incorporating one mine at the front by the steps to assist. Additionally, any insta-kills that you get, just switch to your GS45. This makes killing zombies during the round a breeze. Tip number 3, and this should go without saying, but eventually, just make sure you pack level 3, get all remaining perks, and get your GS45 to legendary status. Make sure that you utilize the spell of Death Cloud when it forms near you. Hiding in it until you get your health back will definitely help in the higher rounds. For all of the vermin and parasite rounds, use your field upgrades and your GS45. If done correctly, you shouldn't have any issues. Just take a look here. Too easy, right? Here's a quick tip with the amalgams that you may or may not have known. If he grabs you while you're holding the sword, you can actually parry the attack at the moment that he brings you close to him, like this. And notice I didn't take any damage in the process. Now you don't have to time this parry, you can actually spam the parry button and you should be good to go. Tip number 7. Don't be shy if you have a mutant injection and there's another one on the ground, just use it. Trust me and save yourself the headache, you'll thank me later. And for my last and final tip, make sure that you use a sword special before you get low on health. Had I done it here, I'm sure that I would have prevented losing my quick revive. Alright, so that's pretty much all the tips that I have for this strategy. Now I played this game until I exfilled at round 41. I'm ashamed to say that I've never exfilled on this map, so you're watching me do it for the first time here. Oh my gosh, that was so close. So what I wound up doing is just training in this area until I could get a quick opening to do the exfil. Once I saw the location, I just went to the top of the castle's outer wall and used the injection to leave. Alright, so with that out of the way, just how much experience did I receive for this game? Quick sidebar, I had to save and quit to run an errand when I got to level 4. And here's the total from that game. Now here's the total after loading the game back in to finish. I gained 16 levels, guys, and of course this is taking advantage of the double XP weekend, which I encourage you guys to do the same. Well guys, that's going to do it for me. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this strat or if you have any recommendations. And as always guys, remember to have fun, take care, and God bless.